Hello and Assalamu alaikum. This is Zamir Haider and you're watching my official YouTube channel Zamir Haider. Well, we now know that there is no US presence in Afghanistan with the deadline they have met before 31st August. The last soldier of US has also left Afghanistan. And now there are bigger challenges for Afghan Taliban. Mainly, of course, is making an all-inclusive, or we can say a broad-based government in Afghanistan to run the country. And secondly, the governance issue. Thirdly, of course, running it, they need finances for that, they need skilled people for that. So there are many challenges which Afghan Taliban are going to face onwards. Today we have with us Mirwais Khilji. He has got a vast experience of working as a media journalist in Afghanistan almost for a decade. Mirwais, thank you for being here with me, and I know my viewers and I'll benefit a lot from your presence because you have got a vast experience of working in Afghanistan almost for a decade, I believe, and working with various media organizations and that too international organizations. So finally US is out. Challenges.
Thank you so much, Zamir. Zamir, the first thing, I've been in Afghanistan from last almost a decade. I spent being a journalist, being a field operator over there. I learned one thing, a very small thing but a very critical thing, that fighting war in Afghanistan is way easier than ruling Afghanistan.
Wait. This is a very interesting line, Mirwais, you have said. Fighting in Afghanistan is way easier, is much easier than ruling Afghanistan. So this was the crisis with Karzai and Ashraf Ghani as well, because they couldn't rule Afghanistan?
Yeah, the same thing will happen with Taliban too. The thing is that, first of all, just let me clarify to your viewers and through your channel that people thinking that they have stopped, their journey has been started, but for me, the party has just started. They have just stepped in the big issues now. The reason I choose this sentence that fighting is way easier is because now they will face the economic issues. Now they will face the governance issues. Now they will face the other threats, the people, because at the first they were in guerrilla wars and they were fighting a standing position government over there. Now they are at a standing position and they will face
Mirwais, I think we should go one by one. Now the first challenge is to have an all-inclusive setup government, or you can say a broad-based government. So that is the first challenge. How do you see that happening?
I don't think so they can manage, because if they manage that thing, they will lose their own fighters.
How?
For example, Rasheed Dostain. He killed on a single spot 27,000 Taliban. Do you think they hate
27,000? And which year was that? Which year was
that? When the Taliban were 2001. And in Dostain, so that's very famous place in Afghanistan. So when you want Rasheed Dostain to join the government, do you think the fighters who have sacrifices their lives, their time, their food, their children, their family, now they will sit and they will allow you to sit with the Rasheed Dostain? No, I don't think so. Same thing with the Ahmad Massoud. There are many people, Nouri.
But that is why Taliban are not advancing with force in Panjshir. They still want to have a dialogue with Ahmad Massoud.
Zamir, they are missing one thing. Many journalists, many shows and anchors are missing one thing. Until unless the Taliban were fighting, they will not stand against one in each other. But now, when they stop fighting, now there will be problems among themselves too. It's not easy. If you say that there were more than 15 strong people in Taliban in their groups, now which will have the much power from this government. So there will be a tussle going on. It's not like that they have different. They are same human being. They have same nature, the same psychology. They might be different in some issues. But when it comes to the government, every human being got their own psychology circle. And
so they want to share in power.
I don't think so. It will be that much easier the way they are the people are showing and predicting that it's over. It just started.
It's just started. Okay, so what I understand, Mirwais, correct me if I'm wrong, is that you're saying that making an all-inclusive government at this point in time would not be that easy for Afghan Taliban.
Yeah.
One thing.
Yeah.
You have mentioned Rasheed Dostam, who at one time had actually killed 27,000 Afghan Taliban.
Yeah.
So if the Afghan Taliban, those who matter, want to bring Rasheed Dostam in the government, there would be certain factions in
Not
Afghan
certain.
Taliban.
Not certain means Rasheed Dostam factor. There will be almost
Resistance from half of the Afghan Taliban
Taliban
would be resisting Rasheed Dostam's.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so because they have lost their near ones, dear ones by the hands of Rasheed Dostam forces.
And those
Okay.
who they were killed when they were surrendered.
Okay, so
After surrender,
that is
they
more.
have been killed. Yes, that's why the Rasheed Dostam name is something. That's why reason that other Abdullah was there, Karzai was there, Ghani was there, and there are other. Masood was there. The Masood brother was there, but Rasheed Dostam left immediately. Why? That's the reason, because he knew clearly that even
Afghan
the
Taliban
leaders
won't spare him.
Yeah, if
Okay,
the leader will
because
spare
he
him,
had killed Taliban who had actually surrendered, but he didn't hesitate to kill they were innocent, unarmed Afghan Taliban vehicles. So that would be a problem for half of the Afghan Taliban to accept that Rasheed Dostam would be part of the Afghan in the government in Afghanistan. Okay, and the same goes with Ahmed Masood.
Yeah, Ahmed Masood.
Ahmed Masood
Much
would be having
no. Ahmed Masood would be little. It would not be that much difficult. But Rasheed Dostam, I don't think so. They can.
And how much power do you think that Rasheed Dostam at this point today has in his powers?
Not now,
has in his hand. Like how much power?
Not now, but he was a favorite from Turkey. He was a favorite from Uzbekistan. So if you are looking toward Uzbekistan and Turkey, he got importance.
No, but he got importance. But do you think that Turkey and Turkmenistan would be able to play some role while negotiating with Afghan Taliban to bring Rasheed Dostam in the government?
They have already tried. My sources told me that they already tried, but they straight away said no to it. Because
the Afghan Taliban who matter, or it is half of the Afghan Taliban?
No. All of them knew it.
All of them. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, right. So we have talked that there would be a great task for it's going to be a humongous task for Taliban to make a government. Let's assume that they have formed the government somehow or the other. They have kind of an all-inclusive government. The next challenge.
Economy issues. The first thing, how they will pay their salaries. Their reserve payments will be banned, sanctioned from American side. How they will pay their salaries to their employees. How they will manage to run the government if they don't have any money.
There's a certain amount of reserves. Probably it's in trillions of dollars. It's sitting with the Americans.
But it's been
They are not releasing.
No.
So I think that the international world should pressure US to release that amount
Do you
so they
think
can run their government.
Do you think that you have beat them up so badly, America, and they will leave you like this?
They wanted to leave. They announced it
in they never.
February 29, 2020 that they will leave Afghanistan by August 31, 2021.
There is one, we use the first sentence that it's easier to fight in Afghanistan rather than rule Afghanistan. The second thing I'm saying, it's very easy. For Americans, it's very easy for them to destroy some country, but it's very hard for them to build them. Now, just imagine the Syria. When the Americans were there was a little bit crisis over there. But when they left, they left the shadows.
Shadows. Okay.
Shadows.
So and Syria was in a very
ISIS
bad
they have already did the same with in Afghanistan. They already did that. Do you think they will leave the Afghanistan like this? No, never.
Okay, you're trying to tell me that when the last foot soldier left Afghanistan, the US has left its footprint, and
Yes.
that is in the shape of
ISIS.
ISIS and Daesh are the same.
Yes.
So, okay, that we understand. That is going to be a challenge. But now I just want to focus on the economic issue, economy. If the world starts giving them aid, if Pakistan is, taking care of their food issues, like, we are sending wheat, potatoes, poultry, rice, sugar, and whatnot. So, still there will be
But
problems.
still, you are again saying if. But the if means a lot
No,
of things.
but I think Pakistan has already started
No,
doing
it's
that.
not
We
about
have,
Pakistan.
our
You
trade
cannot-
with Afghanistan, it's only exporting of all these food items have doubled, 50%.
Pakistan cannot afford it.
Okay.
Because they have already Pakistan. We ourselves is moving in a very tough situation right now. We have our own liabilities. We have to pay. We have our own things to straighten up. So in this stage, do you think the Pakistan can help out? Already we have more than 3 million refugees over here. Do you think we can manage to run the Afghanistan, help out the Afghan Taliban?
I understand,
It will
but
not-
don't you think that Mullah Ghani brother is in contact with the rest of the world and telling them the situation?
But
that
it
we
will
are-
be later on. We will clarify it. But till now, it's nobody claimed anything.
Okay,
Nobody
so
announced
you think
anything.
that biggest issue after forming the government or even today is purely economic?
Economic.
Okay, I understand that. Now we move to this, like the footprint of US in the shape of Daesh and ISIS. How big a threat is this for the
It's very
Afghan
big.
Taliban? They say that they are in a very meager number. They are about 10,000 Daesh.
In Afghanistan, their game is not about the numbers, because you never know how the numbers are changed. Just go if you go back 1 month ago, there was
325,000 Afghan forces.
Now where are they? So if you go
And
for-
they were fighting with 75,000,
70
almost 75,000
yeah,
Afghan
and
Taliban.
they haven't just moved up like this. So you cannot suggest anything in numbers in Afghanistan. I told you it's very difficult and a very strange place for the world. Whenever a superpower comes, they were in high numbers. If you go for Russia, they were very high number. But what happened to them? If you go for Britain, they were in very high number. What happened to them? Now again, America and the NATO force, they were in a very high number. What happened to them?
Okay.
But still, if you
So
think the
you-
Daesh you can just move up like Daesh, there will be a fight. Time will tell that how they manage to control it.
Control it. So, do you think that Taliban's intelligence network is that good that they can pinpoint or spot Daesh at this point?
Before that, many people was talking about this thing that they have very good intelligence.
Mhm.
They were in very few areas. They have to do nothing except getting information.
Mhm.
So at that moment, the
It was easier
situation
for
was
them.
very easy.
Okay.
But now, when you're running a government and then you go for such kind of information gathering, it will be very tough for them because they have to look after many other problems and subjects.
Okay, Mirwais, last thing, and I want you to quickly give me an answer. Are there still hidden faces which we haven't seen in Afghan Taliban? Because I remember when we were talking before this, you were saying that there are names coming, but you haven't seen their faces. Can you give some?
Yeah, just will give them. People, very few people have knew Mullah Yaqub.
Mullah
Umar's son.
Yaqub.
Mullah Umar's son. He will still have to come.
Mullah Umar's son,
Mullah Yaqub.
Mullah Yaqub, okay.
And he is the main key, because many fighters just follow him. So he's not shown yet. Where is he? Is he in Afghanistan? Is he somewhere else? Is he okay? Because before
Was
that,
he not part? Was he not the part of the negotiations?
No. He was just moving. He
So
was controlling fighting.
Mullah Ghani brother
Yeah.
is not the person whom I think is calling the shots at this time.
No. It's Mullah Yaqub, who was behind, who was there to fight.
No, in informing the government, in engaging with the international world.
But you have to first ask Mullah Yaqub regarding this.
So you were saying that Mullah Yaqub is even today the most powerful person in
Yeah,
Afghan
he was
Taliban,
there in 2-3 years ago.
and we haven't heard any of his statements so far.
No.
Okay, and who's next? Who else?
Who else? There is Zabihullah Mujahid. There's Zabihullah
Oh
Mujahid.
yes, I've seen his press conference.
Yeah,
Zabihullah
Zabihullah
Mujahid.
Mujahid, which we have talked to 7, 8, 9 years,
Hmm.
and the person I'm listening and hearing now is totally different voices. So I don't know it's the same Zabiullah or the another.
No, but you haven't seen the face of that Zabiullah Mujahid?
Yeah, because I don't recognize this Zabiullah Mujahid.
The faces or the voice?
Both. I have seen that Zabiullah, but that Zabiullah was different. And
But
this Zabiullah is different.
it can be a possibility that there could be two Zabiullah Mujahid in Afghan
It
Taliban.
can be three Zabiullah Mujahid, but still there are very many
So
faces.
you're telling me that there was some Zabiullah Mujahid with
Whom
whom
I-
you have been interacting was kind of who's who in Afghan Taliban at that time?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know how many faces are hidden in the Taliban government. You still have, and I'm saying again and again that there will be more shocks and more surprises in Afghan government in coming days.
In coming days. Thank you, Mirwais. Thank you for your time, and I think my viewers and I, at least I am, I learned a lot about Afghan Taliban and how much difficult it's going to be. Well, viewers, thank you. Until next time, goodbye.